Well, I just got back from a camping trip with my wife, and I made a few modifications to the old camper here so that she could camp in the cab with me. So I figured I'd show you how I set up the bed system. Okay, so here's what the bed setup looks like from the top. On the one side, you've got the twin size mattress. It's a regular XL size twin, and then on the right, this is the mattress pad folded up, and then you can, okay, that's the tri-folding mattress pad out of its holder, and then you can see the two pieces of bed frame here that are kind of sitting on top of each other. Get a better view of that. So with the bed frame in there, there still is a little section where you can stand at full height. But once it's pulled out, it will take up the entire of the truck bed frame. Okay, here you can see it's almost pulled out, but if you look closely, you can see there's where the two pieces of angle that fits into itself that really locks it in place. And then there's also two bed posts that actually this piece of the frame sits on. So once it's locked in there, it's pretty solid. Now you can see it at full length, and you can see the two 2x6s on the end there. And I even have this little flip up section for the feet. Okay, so with the mattress on there, you can see this gives plenty of sleeping room. It covers the entire side of the bed from one to the other. And this is how my wife and I both use the truck tent camper together. And here's a view from above and from the other side. Okay, and then when it's time to close it up, you just simply have to take off the cushion and then put down the little feet part, and then it just, it's hard to do with one hand. And then once it's disconnected, you just slide that part in. Slides all the way in there, and then the cushion just folds up and sits right on top. And there you go. There's the underside of the two bed frame pieces now that it's been pulled out. You can see that's the one at the end. And you can see just a little piece of C-channel angle where they meet up. Pretty simple design. Now you can see what the truck looks like with the bed out when it's just a single bed. And you got all this room here for standing and doing whatever activities you need to do while you're up in the truck itself, changing, cleaning, whatever. And I also have some storage under the bed. You can see we just got a little pull-out drawer with some extra toiletries and some tools and stuff, things I don't really need to access very often. The electrical stuff back there, I'll go over that in a different video. I do have a little bit of storage in this middle section under the bed. I just keep an extra cooler. There's like a tub in there, and there's a little like USB, like rechargeable shower head kind of sprayer. And then in the front, you can see this is where I've got my 3000 watt inverter tucked in there, which I used for a variety of things. Like I said, I'll go over the power system. I got a couple batteries stashed here in a drawer, and then just some extra tent stuff, and that's a canopy and some tarps and a table, and I can throw a camp chair in there and other stuff too. So there's a little bit of storage in the front here under the bed as well. You can see that the bed is just a standard twin size mattress, and I got a little piece of memory foam on top just for comfort. The other thing, I really like to use these collapsible containers. They're the ones that just, they lay flat, but then you can kind of open them up. They're made for organizing the back of a car, but they're very convenient, kind of just for having a place to throw your shoes and other things. I also do have a shelf up in the top where I didn't cut out that section, so I can store things up there as well. And of course you can see the netting and the bungee cords and stuff along the sides that provide extra storage as well. Now that the mattress is out, you can get a good look at the actual bed frame itself. It's actually nothing in this build is actually attached to the truck except for the topper, of course, but the all of this can come out. It's just held together with these little like ratchet straps, so it's just kind of strapped to the wall on the front and the back, and it just stays in place. It's not the lightest frame, but it does work. Got little packing cubes and stuff that fit behind these bungees with this little piece of angle right here, and in the netting. That's very helpful. And probably I'll paint all of this frame the same way I painted the wood in the actual camper, kind of the black and gray. That's all just 2x4s, a couple 2x6s on the bottom. Right on. Well, thanks for watching my video of my bed frame setup, and hope to get a few more of these videos going and show the whole build and everything that was involved with making this little camper.